Have you ever looked in the mirror and asked yourself, what happened to me? Not the gray hair, not the wrinkles, but that feeling, the one that made you feel strong, alive, and yourself, it's slowly fading away. After 50, many men start experiencing changes no one ever clearly explained to them. Desire isn't what it used to be. Erections aren't as responsive. The intimacy with your partner, the feeling that made you feel like a complete man, sometimes slips away quietly without warning. And that's not easy. It's not just physical, it's about self-esteem, the loss of confidence in critical moments, the look in your partner's eyes that leaves you unsettled, not because they've changed, but because you're questioning yourself. But what if I told you you're not alone? And what if I said there are natural ways, no pills, no surgeries, no shame, that can help you reclaim your strength, control, and sense of manhood once again? In this video, I'll share simple yet effective solutions, from targeted exercises to small changes in diet and lifestyle that can improve your sexual health, boost performance, and most importantly, restore the confidence you deserve. If you've ever felt frustrated, if you've ever thought, maybe age is winning, stay with me because I'm here to remind you. Age doesn't take away your vitality. You just need to find the key. And I'll show you how. After 50, many men start noticing changes in their bodies, and sadly, the bedroom is often where it's felt most acutely. But to understand why this happens, we need to look deeper into the physiological changes and what's happening in your mind. One of the biggest culprits is the decline in testosterone, the hormone often called the fuel for male vitality. This hormone drives sexual desire, muscle strength, and that energized feeling. But starting in your 40s, testosterone levels drop slowly but steadily, about 1% per year. By the time you hit 60, many men have lost nearly 20% of the hormone compared to their younger years. This doesn't just reduce desire, it affects erection quality. Some men say they still have the urge, but their body doesn't obey like it used to. That's what happens when testosterone levels are too low to flip the switch for natural arousal. But testosterone isn't the only factor. For an erection to occur, your body needs a well-functioning circulatory system. Blood must flow strongly to the penis to expand the tissues and maintain firmness. As blood vessels weaken over time or get clogged by high cholesterol, hypertension, or diabetes, blood can't reach where it's needed, and as a result, erections are harder to achieve or not strong enough to sustain. A relatable analogy: imagine trying to inflate a balloon with an old, leaky pump. No matter how hard you pump, the balloon won't inflate like it used to. That's what happens when your circulatory system isn't as efficient as it once was. And if you're dealing with high blood pressure or heart disease, don't be surprised if your sexual health takes a hit. These conditions not only reduce blood flow to critical areas, but some medications for them can also lower desire or cause erectile dysfunction. A 2016 study from the American Journal of Medicine found that 1 in 2 men over 50 experience issues related to erectile dysfunction, largely stemming from circulatory problems and hormonal decline. But it's not just the body, your mind plays a role too. Anxiety, stress, and nameless fears about male performance can make things even harder. Some men share that a single unsuccessful attempt leaves them haunted for the next time. Over time, this becomes a vicious cycle. The more you worry, the less you perform, and the less you perform, the more confidence you lose. And perhaps the hardest thing to admit is the sense of disconnection. When physical intimacy fades, many men start feeling distant from their partner. They don't say it out loud, but there's an emptiness inside. This can lead to emotional distance in the relationship, even depression. Underlying health conditions like diabetes, obesity, or cardiovascular disease are also part of the picture. These seemingly unrelated issues directly impact hormones, blood vessels, and mood, all of which contribute to declining sexual health. But here's the thing: recognizing these causes is the most important first step, because only when you understand what's happening can you start the journey back. And I promise, you're not alone on that journey. Once you understand the root causes of declining sexual health in men over 50, many ask, so what do I do now? Can I do something without relying entirely on medication? The answer is absolutely. You can start with natural steps, gentle, safe, and affordable. One of the most effective methods is strengthening muscles most people overlook, the pelvic floor muscles. Many think of gym workouts for arms, chest, or back, but few realize that the small group of muscles deep below, called the pelvic floor, plays a critical role in controlling erections, ejaculation, and even urination. The pelvic floor acts like a hammock supporting the lower abdomen. It cradles the bladder, intestines, prostate, and reproductive organs. When these muscles are strong, you can maintain erections better, control ejaculation more effectively, and avoid issues like urinary incontinence or incomplete bladder emptying, which are common in men over 60. Kegel exercises, though simple, are a golden key. To start, identify these muscles by trying to stop your urine flow midstream while using the bathroom. The muscles you feel working are your pelvic floor, but note, only use this to identify them, not as a regular practice during urination, as it can affect bladder function. Once you've located them, you can practice anywhere, anytime, while watching TV, resting, or even waiting in line at the store. Simply contract your pelvic floor muscles, hold for 5 seconds, then release for 5 seconds. Do 10 reps per set, about 2 to 3 sets daily for ideal results. You won't see results in a day or two, but stay consistent. A 2015 study in urology found that men over 50 who did Kegel exercises regularly for 6 weeks saw significant improvements in maintaining erections and reducing premature ejaculation. I remember a patient, Richard, 62, who came to me anxious and defeated. He said, "I feel like I'm losing myself." But after being guided to do Kegels and sticking with it for 2 months, he returned with a different smile. "I didn't just regain confidence. I feel my body reborn." See, no expensive pills or complex therapies needed. Sometimes, just a few minutes a day caring for the right place, the right way, and your body responds with the strength and confidence you thought were gone. And if you're ready for more, I'll share the second exercise, a natural method to boost blood flow to the penis, improving erection quality without drugs. Want to hear it? Many men over 60 confide, "I still love my wife like I did from the start, but my body doesn't respond like it used to." And I want to say this clearly and sincerely. There's nothing shameful about that. It's natural, a change over time, and most importantly, you don't have to face it alone. If you've struggled to achieve or maintain an erection, despite trying various approaches or even considering medication, I want to introduce you to a highly effective method that requires no drugs and is widely used in clinical treatment: the vacuum pump. Here's how it works. The pump creates a gentle suction around the penis, drawing blood into the erectile tissues to achieve the firmness needed for intimacy. Think of it like using a straw to draw water, except instead of water, it helps blood flow more strongly to where it's needed. This is especially crucial after 50, when blood vessels aren't as robust as they were in youth. Once an erection is achieved, you can use a comfortable ring placed at the base of the penis, not painful, just gently keeping blood in place to maintain the erection during intimacy. And no, you don't need to worry about it looking odd or being hard to use. Modern devices are sleek, discreet, and user-friendly, even for those new to tech. A 2016 study in the International Journal of Medicine showed that vacuum pumps significantly improve blood flow to the penis. And the great news is, the benefits don't stop after each use. With regular use, about 2 to 3 times a week, the device can enhance sensitivity, improve natural erection strength, and reduce anxiety during intimacy. I once met a patient, Harold, 68, widowed for 5 years and starting a new relationship. He came to me embarrassed, saying, "I want to live fully, but I don't know if my body can do it." After being guided to use a vacuum pump and practicing it like a health routine, he returned after just over a month with shining eyes. "I don't just feel more confident, I feel younger." See, simple tools, when used correctly and consistently, don't just help in the bedroom, they restore your spirit, joy and confidence you thought were long gone. And if you're ready to go further, the next part will introduce a unique device, lesser known but highly effective for those seeking long-term, sustainable improvements in sexual function. Want to keep going? Many men over 60 quietly wonder, is there still a way to improve my size and sexual function without relying on drugs? If you've asked that question, I want to share a method gaining recognition among experts, the penile extender or penis traction device. It sounds simple, but its effectiveness is grounded in a solid medical principle. The human body, including erectile tissues, can adapt and grow when stimulated correctly and consistently. The extender works by applying gentle, continuous tension to the penis shaft. This promotes new cell growth and enhances blood flow to the tissues. Essentially, you're training your penis scientifically, like building muscle without heavy weights. Using it is straightforward. Wear the device for about 1 to 2 hours daily, gradually increasing as guided by a specialist. Patience and consistency are key, as results don't come in days. But after weeks or months, many men notice clear differences in both size and erection quality. A 2017 study in urology found that using a penile extender for 3 to 6 months can increase penis length by 2.5 centimeters and improve natural erection firmness, especially for those with erectile dysfunction. Even better, the results are sustainable. You're not tricking your body with drugs, but genuinely improving its structure and circulation. An older patient of mine, Ron, 72, once said something I'll never forget. "I'm not doing this to show off. I'm doing it to feel like a man again, fully." With proper guidance and rare persistence, he saw results after 5 months. Not just size improvements, but greater happiness in private moments with his longtime partner. "We feel young again," he smiled. I share this not to overhype the device, but to show you change is possible if you're willing to invest time and belief in yourself. The best part? It's non-invasive, drug-free, and side effect-free when used correctly. Of course, consult a specialist first to ensure the device is tailored to your body. Everyone's anatomy is different. If you felt like you're on a downward slope with no way to regain confidence, I want you to know there's still a path, and it starts with actively choosing to care for your body daily. The penile extender isn't magic, but as part of a sexual health journey, it can be a powerful tool to step back into a world of vitality, connection, and confidence. Next up is a gift I'll share, a blend of diet, sleep, and more to make you not just healthier, but happier every day. Are you ready to receive it? When it comes to sexual health, especially after 60, many think of pills or quick fixes. But in reality, it's the simple daily habits that form the lasting foundation for maintaining vitality and happiness in your private life. Picture your body as a garden. If you water it properly, give it enough sunlight, and fertilize it well each day, it will thrive naturally, blooming and bearing fruit. Sexual health is the same. It's the result of a holistic, healthy lifestyle. Start with something close to home. Instead of rushing through a coffee and a quick breakfast, try preparing a bowl of oatmeal with nuts like walnuts or almonds, rich in omega-3s and zinc, topped with banana slices or berries. Every ingredient you put into your body is a brick building strong male hormones, especially testosterone, the hormone key to desire, erection quality, and feeling vibrant. A 2015 Harvard study found that a diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, vegetables, and low in saturated fats helps men maintain stable testosterone levels and reduces the risk of erectile dysfunction. Foods like salmon, spinach, ripe tomatoes high in lycopene, and pumpkin seeds not only support hormones but also benefit heart health and blood flow, core to erection ability. Beyond diet, physical activity is a gift that keeps giving without needing a bow. You don't need to train like an athlete. Just 30 minutes of brisk walking daily, paired with light stretching, is enough to improve blood flow, increase oxygen to organs, including your central zone, and reduce belly fat, a silent enemy of testosterone. Yet, one thing I believe many men overlook: managing stress. Pressure from work, family, or simply the thought, "I'm not what I used to be," can creep into your mind and directly impact desire, erection quality, and connection with your partner. Did you know that just 10 minutes of daily meditation, closing your eyes, breathing deeply, and calming your mind can lower cortisol, the stress hormone, while boosting dopamine and testosterone production? I once worked with a man named Michael, 67, who told me during a consultation, "I thought I needed pills, but what I needed most was to care for myself in small ways." After 3 months of lifestyle changes, healthier eating, evening walks with his wife, and 15 minutes of morning meditation, he returned with a proud smile. "I don't just feel healthier, I feel like myself." See, improving sexual health doesn't have to start with a prescription. It starts with daily habits of loving your body. And I believe you can start today. No need for giant leaps, just steady steps, bit by bit, until one day you look back and see how far you've come. You deserve that for your health, your love, and the vibrancy within you. You know, there's something I always sense when talking with men over 60, a quiet regret, as if their sexual health was a gift they once had, and one unclear day it started to fade. But I want to tell you this: declining sexual health isn't the end. It's a reminder to start a new chapter, proactive, aware, and fuller. You don't have to accept the frustration of looking in the mirror. You don't have to shy away from intimacy for fear your body won't respond like before. Because now you have natural, science-backed, and proven methods, from pelvic floor exercises to restore control, to penile extenders for better blood flow, to small changes in how you eat, rest, move, and listen to your body. Take my neighbor David, 71, who thought the passionate days of his marriage were gone forever. But he chose to act, not with strong drugs or costly therapies, but with morning exercises in his living room, low sugar meals with more greens, hand-in-hand walks with his wife, and evening meditation. 6 weeks later, he didn't just regain stronger sexual health, he rediscovered his wife's loving gaze, one he thought had faded long ago. I was truly amazed by David's transformation. And I believe you can do it too. Don't think it's too late. 60 isn't the end. It's the start of a more mature, deeper, and braver phase of loving yourself and your partner. Start today. No need for anything elaborate. Just 10 minutes of exercise, a light meal, and the awareness that you deserve to live fully, physically and emotionally. If you found today's content helpful, leave a comment to let me know you're here on this journey too. Share this video with a friend. Maybe it's the gift they need. And if you want more practical men's health guidance, don't forget to subscribe. What's ahead is worth waiting for. Thank you for your time. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. You can always reclaim your strength, confidence, and a more fulfilling, intimate life. If you found these insights useful, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. It's the easiest way to stay updated with health advice tailored for men over 60. Together, we'll embark on a journey to live healthier, stronger, and fuller every day.